Okay, dudes, are you ready for this? This PTR patch has a monumental amount of hero balance changes. It's crazy. It's because they're forcing 2-2-2. So it means certain heroes like Brigitte, need to be completely reworked. She is now, I believe, a main healer. This is insane. All right. Okay. Wow. Wow. Let's bring the UI back. He says, as he does. Come back, UI. There we go. There's the UI. Right. I'm just going to blast through this, guys, because this video could literally be an hour long, but I just want to keep you guys updated as to what's going on with the heroes and everything. Okay, so we've got roll queue. We know about that. It's insane. One thing we're going to get, global ultimate cost increase by 12%. That means it will be 12% longer to get your ultimate for everybody. That means less dependence on ultimates, because ultimates are quite powerful in Overwatch. That's good, because it slows the game down. I like it, and it leaves space for more skillful-based play rather than just pressing Q. Also, we get slowing effects. Now, instead of stacking together, friendly and enemy slowing effects are now separate, and movement speed will be reduced by whichever is slower. Now, this sounds a little bit complicated, but essentially, this means that when Reinhardt's got his barrier deployed and he moves forward, if he's getting froze by Mei, he still moves forward at the normal speed until he gets frozen by Mei. That's huge, or Mei's slow becomes more than his movement speed. We're going to show this in a different video because it's quite complicated, and I'm going to use Josh to help me out with that, so stay tuned for that. Okay. Let me show you Ashe first. So Ashe has been buffed. So what Ashe has got is her reload time per shot has been decreased from 0.3 to 0.25. So when she's firing and she reloads, she now reloads quicker. And I think this could be a bit like McCree. You know, like we thought McCree was not that great, but this actually could be really good. So if we just waste all of our ammo, look how fast she reloads. That's much better, because before you were waiting I think it was 4 seconds before. So if we're trying to get little reloads in between, yeah, this is way better. This is super nice for Ashe. Awesome change. All right, let's talk about Brig. So Brig, her passive, this is Inspire. The healing amount has gone up from 100 to 130, so she heals more. However, self-healing from it has been cut in half. All of the changes for Brig make her squishier, but give her more healing to others, okay? Big one is Repair Pack. This is now on 3 charges, so we'll let these bots come back, and then I'll show you Repair Pack. Way this works is, healing amount has been changed from 150 to 120, so it's been nerfed. So watch this. I can throw it onto him. It's going to heal him up over time. Notice it's not instant. This heals up over 2 seconds. One thing you can do, though, is spam this into targets for prolonged healing. You won't get the burst healing. Watch this. So I'm going to do this into that bot now. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. I've spammed 3 into him. Notice it's still the same amount of healing over time. However, it now lasts for 6 seconds, so it's more of a, you know, a burst kind of heal for Brig. That's really, really cool. Now, Whip Shot, I guess we can show you this on this guy. You guys could probably tell that. Whip Shot is faster. It's straight up quicker. So outgoing velocity is increased from 60 to 80. Retracting time reduced from 0.6 to 0.3. So bash him over. There we go. Watch the timer. It's slightly faster, right? Because as soon as the weapon finishes, watch, we get it back quicker. This is nice. It makes it feel snappier. It's cool. Now we've got another nerf. This is to a barrier. Look, it's 200. It used to be 500. It's now 200. That's a 300 damage reduction. That's actually really, really huge. And stun duration on Shield Bash has been reduced from 0.9 to 0.75 seconds. And the big nerf as well is Rally Ultimate Cost increased by 10%. And remember, everybody's got a 12% increase. And Brig's got an extra 10 on top of that. That's a big nerf. So that's Brig. Doomfist has a little buff, which it's kind of, I don't really need to show this, but basically Doomfist can now melee while he reloads. Well, he reloads as he's meleeing, which he didn't do before, because when he was meleeing, he didn't reload. Okay, cool. All right, Hanzo gets nerfed. You guys can probably tell what this is. So, Storm Arrows. I've only got 5 arrows now instead of 6. He's still stupid. He is still stupid, guys. Take it from me. He's still stupid, Hanzo. But yeah, a lot of damage coming out of Hanzo. Cool. Next up, we have got we got Moira. So I told you guys there's a ton of changes here. It's crazy. So Moira, it's only a little change to Moira, but I think this could be really good. Moira can now use Fade when she's stunned. So if she gets caught in an Earth Shatter, if she gets hit with Flashbang by McCree, if she gets bashed by Brig, she can do that and get away. That makes more sense, right? Because she basically fades out of existence. It's cool. I think this is a good change. It also means that, imagine your whole team gets wasted by Earthshatter and they're on the ground. You can just sort of come out of the Earthshatter, start healing, damaging, whatever. You can try and help your team. That's really cool, and that's a massive change, honestly. I like that. Kind of an elegant fix. Okay, now we're going to move on to Orisa. So Orisa, she gets nerfed. Now, what Orisa has got is cooldown has been increased from 8 to 9 seconds on projected barrier. This is so the barrier isn't up as often, which makes sense. Orisa's really powerful right now. She has a lot of barriers going on. But yeah, 9 seconds instead of 8. Only minor, but could have a fairly decent impact, although knee-jerk reaction still kind of says to me that Orisa still probably will be a good tank. Although Reinhardt gets a lot of changes, guys, yeah, we'll get on to that. So, wow, okay, wow, there's so much stuff here, it's crazy. Okay, so Reinhardt, I can't really show you this change just yet. We will show you this in a different video when we look at the slow effects, which have been changed, to explain what that is. Reinhardt now has a new passive ability. It probably shows you, actually, if I hold F. Yeah, steadfast. Resistant to knockback effects. Now, what this does is gives you 30% resistance to knockbacks. This isn't stuns. This is knockbacks. So it means if Lucio boops you, you'll only go like this far instead of that far. That's a poor example, but you get what I'm trying to say, right, guys? This means Reinhardt is... You'll feel heavier. You'll feel more tanky to play. And I think that's honestly super cool. Really good change. And remember, the change to the slow effects adds up to make Reinhardt more of a tank. So he can literally walk through chokes. Symmetra's turrets, if they hit him, well, they're not going to slow him, and he can just walk through them. That's really, really, really super cool. All right, okay. So next up, we're going to go back to the spawn, and we're going to dig out Sombra. Because Sombra has been nerfed, but I still think Sombra's going to be pretty good. So Sombra, hack duration on enemy players is reduced from 6 to 5 seconds. So you're only hacked for 5 instead of 6, 1 second less. Still going to be a pain for Reinhardt and anybody else who gets hacked, Doomfist especially. EMP activation time increased from 0.5 seconds to 0.65. So let's just get a quick ulti and see if we can feel any kind of distance with that. Like, I feel we probably will. Now, the point of this is it will make it easier to react to EMP. Because EMP, when it hits you, you're basically dead, right? Sombra tends to go invis, throw the translocator like that, comes in, EMPs, right? Let's just wait for our cooldowns and do that again. And let's see if we get a noticeable delay on that, because this change is to allow people to try and counterplay. So with Sombra, we're saying to our team, we're going to EMP, we go in. Yeah. So I was spamming it. You can probably hear it through the microphone. There is a delay there. Is it enough to counterplay? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Symmetra, she gets... What the hell? Symmetra gets a bunch of changes, and these are kind of cool. Before we get into Symmetra, I'll quickly tell you what Tracer's is. So Tracer, Pulse Bomb, now does 350 damage instead of 300. The dev comments on this specifically say it is to kill Bastion. It's pretty funny. I think they're frightened of Bunker Comp, and they want Bunker Comp gone. Because maybe they don't want, like, how goats were so prevalent for so long. They don't want Bunker becoming a thing, so Tracer can now blow up the Bunker. But also this will have implications for tanks, because she'll do more damage to tanks. So, yeah, Tracer's going to kind of come back a bit, which is a good and a bad thing. So, yeah, I'm kind of cool with that. Symmetra, though, this is the one. So, on Symmetra, there's a bunch of changes. Now, a lot of it is they're all on the teleporter. So, the teleporter now lasts an infinite duration until destroyed. So, there are no longer charges on this thing. There is no longer a time limit or whatever. It just stays here forever until it gets destroyed. That's really cool. Players can destroy the teleporter by pressing the ability button 2 again, so I can press E and destroy it. That's fine. Cooldown is increased from 12 to 15 seconds. Cooldown now starts when the teleporter is destroyed, so you can see that makes sense. Maximum range increased from 25 to 30 meters, so you can deploy it. However, teleporter breaks if the entrance is more than 40 meters from the exit. So look, we can deploy over there now. I'm not much of a Symmetra player, so I can't, like, to me, I can't tell if that's that much difference. But this is cool. Because and teleport reuse time increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. What this does is it gives Symmetra the option to set up the teleporter when she's not in combat. That is really cool. Really, really cool. And the last change we get is Wrecking Ball. Now, Wrecking Ball, we can probably quickly show this. Wrecking Ball has, it's all to do with Minefield, right? So if we get an ultimate, and then we will... I love hammers. So what this does is it will spread Minefield over a larger area when you're in the air deploying. It will keep minefield like on the tight deployment pattern if you're not in the air, which would be super cool. But basically, it's to do with projectile speed. So projectile speed has been increased from 10 to 13, causing the mines to spread out more. All right. Reduced activation time from 0.25 seconds to 0.1. So it's basically instant. So we're going to jump in the air, and we're going to spread a load of mines. Watch this. Yeah, bigger area, and it deployed faster. Those are the changes, guys, on the PTR. The big one is Brig. It's almost a rework to Brig. She becomes a healer. And I think they're trying to make her a main healer, obviously because 222. And the change to Tracer because they don't want to see Bunker. And yeah, a little bit of a nerf to Sombra. Cool. Cool as hell. Guys, I've been steadfast. This is Unit Lost. Stay tuned for more Overwatch coverage. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. If you are, let me know in the comments and all that jazz. And follow me on Twitter, which is @steadfast. Oh, Lord. It's an exciting time. It really is.